So, when we last left off, Serena had made her way to a hill, atop of which was a gigantic, blighted tree. They had been following a raven to this destination, being promised a tool or something that would help put an end to the devil Strahd. After making their way to the hill, a thunderous rain immediately started to downpour. She made her way up the hill and was greeted by a small band of barbarians, berserkers, druids, who quickly tried to put an end to her, popping out of the dirt like daisies. Using her newly found fireball, she quickly dispatched them, not before taking some heavy damage and completely incinerating a wooden statue that was standing alone in the middle of this circle of rocks and stones. She investigated the ash, found a lone rock that apparently was magical, all the while Ismark, suddenly getting a premonition, a voice in his head, dug up a new weapon. A spear that granted him power, and that Serena is very skeptical of. After the fight with the barbarians, they rested for a bit, and slowly but surely destroyed the tree at the top of the hill, and dug down deep beneath its roots, finding the hilt of a blade that began to communicate with her, transmitting emotions, feelings, and apparently having a history with Strahd. She then spent most of the session talking to the sword, trying to communicate with it, playing a game of emotional charades. They went back to the wagon and began to head to the Ember Temple, the place where Casimir has been insistent that they go all throughout this journey. The raven that escorted them was spooked by something in the woods. They camped there for the night, awoke, and continued on back. So, Serena is here. You have gone up, past the winery. Which is...
Where's the winery?
Which is here. Which is here.
Okay. I feel like I would want to visit the winery at some point.
Well, it's on the way. Did you want to stop?
I mean, if it's not too far out of the way and we're going in the same direction anyway, I don't know, might as well.
Sure.
Let's see it. Okay, so this is the winery. This is where the spooky tree was, right?
Yeah,
that's where the spooky tree. Right? The winery's there. Somewhere.
Yeah, spooky tree. Yep, exactly.
Ugh, I don't like how it clips. It just it's so annoying. Okay,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so you are going to descend and head into the winery first.
Yeah. So where's the actual direction of, like, where's the Ember Temple supposed to be?
The Ember Temple is where the pink X is. It's quite a long journey. And that's where you said you were going to next. If you would like to stop at the winery along the way.
X, yeah. Like here?
Way down south.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this pink X.
No. This one. Way the heck down south.
This pink X.
Yeah. That's what's like, you're going to be traveling for a while to get there.
Okay. Oh, I see. So we went all the way down from, we were originally here. Then we went to the spooky tree.
Yep.
And then from spooky tree, we're going back this way. And then we're going to head down this way.
Yep.
Okay, well, if we're already here, we might as well go to the winery.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So, You continue your way along the winding road, and the elevation dips as you see a road tip off into a valley beneath. A valley that has the traditional tints of Barovian gray that you're used to, which is in stark contrast to the glistening white of the mountains around you. You descend. And the road actually gets a lot more easy to travel. Get a sense that this winery is probably in business. Eventually, the ice and the snow give way. And the wood, the Barovian wood, the raven-filled, wolf-filled, misty Barovian wood surrounds you again. After around half a mile, the road becomes a muddy trail that meanders through the woods, descending gradually until the trees part, revealing a mist-shrouded meadow. The trail splits. One branch heads west into a valley, the other is south into dark woods. A wooden signpost on the intersection point to the west reads Vineyard. A light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail, which skirts the north of a sprawling vineyard before bending south into a stately building. The fog takes on a ghostly form as it swirls between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there, you see rope-handled half-barrels used for hauling grapes. North of the trail is a large stand of trees. A man wearing a dark cloak and cowl stands at the edge of the trees, beckoning you.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
This cloaked figure is just motioning you to come toward them.
Serena's gonna look at the other two guys if they have any opinions.
Hard to say. I've never been here, but I have drank in it's fine before, and it's very good. I've heard that they've fallen on hard times recently.
Well, I guess we should go visit this person then. And I guess they'll go to the beckoning person.
All right. You see that you mark towards the cloaked figure, and as you approach, the cowl is taken down, and other cloaked figures begin to make their way towards you. And the person that removed his cowl is an older man. And the other cloaked individuals come and remove their cowls, revealing their faces and greeting you warmly.
Alright, this is a little bit more suspicious, but they seem friendly.
And the old man raises his hand.
We were told of your coming.
Oh, really? We didn't plan to come by here. So how's that possible?
Do you know the innkeep in Valaki?
Oh, yes.
You know of a man by the name of Rictavio?
Yes.
He is taking up residence here. And the
Oh.
innkeep at Valaki said that we should be expecting you shortly with something that could solve the famine of the lands around us. The raven that was following you told us much.
And one of the robed figures smiles, and it's this short, clean-shaven, very boyish face that seems very timid. Hi. I tried to introduce myself, but I saw someone in the woods, and I didn't want to show myself.
Oh, you're other were-ravens?
They all nod.
Okay. So then you must have been the one that, was on my cart when we were leaving the hill.
Yeah.
What did you see? You got spooked. You said you saw someone in the woods.
It was like, they looked like one of the people that one of the lots of people that you killed on the hill.
Oh.
They were just staring at you, and I got scared.
Okay, well, I don't think they followed us all the way out here. And she's like looking around, like, right?
Make a perception check.
They don't follow us out over here, right? 8.
The mist is particularly heavy today. It's kind of hard to tell.
Well, you said that we would be coming with something that would save the I don't really know what you're talking about. I have berries.
Oh. That was the young lad's job to inform you, but you appear to have acquired it yourself. The stone.
Stone?
The stone that you found in the ashes of the statue that you destroyed.
Oh, this thing. And she takes you said it was like an amber?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she takes the amber out of her stuff and she shows it to them. This?
Yep, and you take it out, and you see, for the first time, it is glowing a very faint green glow on the inside. And then it grows brighter to resemble like the light of a torch. It just starts shining. And they all start smiling.
Yes, that is the one.
What is it?
It's a powerful artifact that we have used to help grow life. It's how we grow wine here. The berserkers, the barbarians, stole it from us to raise some kind of dark deity, perform rituals. I'm not entirely sure. But they raided our winery long ago, and they took it. And since then, we haven't been able to cultivate our produce.
Oh. Well, and she looks at it, and she decides to just give it to the old man that addressed them, because, I mean, a part of her is starting to become a little bit more suspicious of people's intentions in this land. But this person mentioned the barkeep in Valaki, mentioned Rictavo, and the story seems to make sense. You know what? Actually, you know what? You know what? Can I do an insight check?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Hang on. 7. Okay, everything pans out. Everything sounds good.
He seems really, really happy.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'll give the gem to them.
Okay. So he takes the gem and smiles.
You don't know the joy that this brings me. I was unsure how I was going to get this stone back. You have made a lot of people in Barovia very happy, I can assure you. Alcohol helps.
Well, I'm glad I could bring some happiness to the land.
Well,
I also cut down their tree. We and she points to the 3 of them. We took some time to burn the tree to the ground and uproot it and destroy it because it seemed really evil. And yeah.
I am grateful. That tree was a blight on this land, and I'm sure that having it destroyed will do a world of good.
And with this, he holds up the stone.
Consider your debt to Erwin, the barkeep at in Volaki. Consider your debt to him paid. He told us to tell you that when this was all done.
Oh, well, good to know then.
Oh, and Rictavio is taking residence inside. He was intending on going down and dealing with this debt himself. But apparently you beat him to the punch.
Oh, well, and she's looking at the sky and it's like starting to rain. Well, if you don't mind us going inside and perhaps talking with him and getting out of the rain, I mean, I'd like to, look around the vineyard. Maybe spend the night here.
All right. Beware. We recently had some issues with those berserkers, those barbarians. They appear to have fallen back. Rictavio seems very capable and took care of most of them. And but the winery is in a little bit of a state of disrepair. Feel free to take a look around and make yourself at home.
Thank you. Well, shall we?
All right. Yeah. So the old man motions you back, goes back to the cart, and walks alongside you, making pleasant conversation. The other robed individuals introduce themselves as the old man introduces himself as Davian Mardakov, and the other 4 are children. The son, Claudio, 2 young boys named Martin and Vigo, and a baby girl named Yolanda. Situated in the midst of the vineyard, the winery is an old 2-story building with multiple entrances. Thick ivy covering every wall, and an iron fence along its roofline. The trail ends at an open loading dock to the ground floor. A wooden stable of more recent construction is attached to the east side of the winery. Next to a loading dock, west of the winery, is a crumbling well and a wooden outhouse. You see surrounding you several bodies of these berserker people and a lot of those hissing porcupine humanoids that you burned to cinders at the tree. All around you. just scattered about.
Rictavio is quite capable. Apparently.
Yes. I know.
I suppose.
Oh, please. And he helps hitch the horse and get the wagon underneath some shelter. And he motions you in. You need to step over a few bodies to get to the front entrance. But for the most part, these people just seem to want to be good hosts.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, you are motioned to the front door. You are beckoned down a hallway and go inside a very warm household. Flickering torchlight lights your way. And for the most part, this place seems fairly well lived in, if not for the spattering of blood in several places, again mingling with the body of an occasional berserker.
I swear we are working to deal with this whole situation.
No problem.
It hasn't been long. He recently cleared all of this out. Very tactical man.
Mm-hmm.
The rich smell of fermenting wines fills this large two-story chamber, which is dominated by 4 enormous wooden casks, each one 8 feet tall and 12 feet tall. 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall. A wooden staircase in the center of the room climbs to a 10-foot high balcony that clings to the south wall, which has 4 windows set into a balcony. It's set into it at balcony level. Stacked against the wall underneath the balcony are old, empty barrels with wizards of wines burned into their sides. The balcony climbs another 5 feet as it continues along the west and east walls, ending at the door, leading to the winery in the upper level. Underneath these side balconies are several doors, some of which hang open. Beneath the sloping roof stretch thick rafters, upon which scores of ravens have quietly gathered, and they watch you with great interest.
That's not creepy.
Mm-hmm. You are,
Are you going to be staying here for the night? Do you want me to fetch Rictavio for you? Do you want anything to eat? Or...
What time is it?
It's probably going near early evening.
Okay. Well, I suppose yes to all those things. So.
Okay. You are motioned to a room.
Rictavio is currently staying in the guest room. I assume you don't mind sharing a space with him. He appears to know you quite well.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's really the best I can offer.
Don't worry about it.
You are taken... 19. You are taken up the stairs to... Oh, there's actually... No, there's 2 guest rooms. My bad. Scratch that.
Well, then great.
There is... One of you will need to share a room with Rictavio, though. Any preference? I prefer not to stay with him. He seems very, hateful towards Vistani.
Right. Well, I guess either myself or Ismark. What do you think, Ismark?
I don't care.
Okay.
Got anything?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. You know what? Serena will stay with Rictavio because she wants to talk to him.
All right. So you are taken up the stairs to a set of 2 pairs of bunks occupy this room. Against the west wall rest 4 identical footlockers. And you get a sense that these used to be children's rooms. And the kids that were with you scatter and have gone about their own days. And he says,
These are the kids' rooms, but while we have guests, they can just stay in the master bedroom.
All right. Well, I mean, thank you.
Mind your feet. There are toys scattered about.
Right.
and he goes to the other one and knocks on the door.
Rictavio?
Yes?
You have visitors?
Who could that be?
The individuals that you told us about?
Oh, and he opens up the door, and he sees you. He greets you in his half-elven form that you met him at the tavern. Hello, pleasure to see you. Great to see that you're all here. And you see, curled up in the corner of his room, is a gigantic striped beast that yawns and is resting on their paws.
Okay, that's a little unsettling. Like, okay. I mean, if Ismark was going to sleep in the room, he definitely is not sleeping in the room now because tiger in there. Although even her knowing what a tiger is, it's still a little unnerving. I mean, it's still a little like I could get mauled alive. But I'm going to trust that Rictavio is going to keep the tiger controlled.
Well, I have to say, I am happy to see you. I'm kind of at the loss for words, sorry. And you see that he's in the middle of writing things down, and there's some notes that are stuck to the wall and a few other things.
Well, I'll leave you to it then. Dinner will be served in around an hour, so make yourselves at home.
And he holds up the rock to show Rictavio.
Yes. Glad to see that your debt has been paid.
And nods and goes away.
All right. Well, I'm going to enjoy the luxury of a bed for a moment.
And Ismark goes into the next room, and Casimir peeks into the room, and the tiger immediately goes up. Right. I'm gonna, and he just leaves.
Well, I guess I'll be rooming in here as well. Your tiger is nice, right?
So long as you're not Vistani, you have nothing to worry about. Here, come inside.
And he beckons you inside, closes the door. I must say, you are quite impressive. And his half-elf visage shifts to the older man. The sword on his side shifts to a cane that he leans on. And he greets you with a large smile. This is quite wonderful. You have already gone to the hill. You are exceeding my expectations.
Well, thank you, I suppose. Once I had gotten the prophecy from Madame Eva, I knew I would need to go there eventually, and once I knew where it was, I, wanted to get there as soon as possible.
Well, happy to see that everything seemed to work out that simply.
Well, with that stone in place, the wine supply should be restored to Barovia, which is quite wonderful. Quite.
And he takes a big gulp of wine.
Quite.
Good to know. And she feels a little awkward, but because she ultimately wants to talk about the journal entries that she found. She doesn't know how to go about that though, because she knows the content of the journal entries are a little bit sad.
And very personal.
So she has no idea how to get into that. But she's just going to set her stuff down and relax, I guess, for now.
He leans against the far side of his room where there's all kinds of equipment, various things that are all alongside his bed, tools of the trade, and he just pets his tiger.
So, does your tiger have a name?
Sasha.
Sasha. That's cute. How did you get a pet tiger?
Well, I am not from here.
Well, I assume. Seeing as Ismark didn't even know what a tiger was. So, I assume you didn't get the tiger from this land.
No. It's a long story, but I brought Sasha here to deal with those dreadful Vistani. Been training her for quite a while.
Why do you hate the Vistani so much?
Because they're a pack of liars and devil servants.
I see. And she's like looking at all the equipment and stuff that he has like laid out.
Mm-hmm.
What does he have?
Bolts. Let's see here. That's a good question. You see that...
He just has explosives on the desk.
You see a series of bolts, books, pages, a lot of things that are used for writing utensils, a plethora of notes written in a language that you don't understand. And... Excuse me. A little bit of coin, some clothes, armor, spare laces for his boots, a dagger that he keeps sheathed in like apparatuses that he could keep like strapped to his body that house various different weapons, and a familiar looking explosive device that you saw Esmeralda stock in bulk in a crate at her wagon. Looks identical in make.
Oh, I remember these. And she looks at the explosive on the desk. Esmeralda had a entire, was it barrel or crate or full of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had an entire crate full of those.
I'm sure she did.
And his face serious, like darkens a little bit.
I still have no idea what she's doing here. She's gonna get herself killed.
What do you mean by that?
That girl was raised a Vistani. And she is not tied down to personal connections to her people. She can still leave this land anytime she wants. And I beckoned her to do so, and she did. Now she's back, for God knows why.
I see. If you hate Vistani so much, then why do you have a Vistani apprentice?
That is a long, long, long story.
I see. It must be nice to be able to just travel to different lands at a whim.
Yes, must be nice. I can't leave this place. I'm going to die here, or I am going to kill the devil and free everyone that he serves. Well, that he subjugates.
So did you get dragged to this land as well by him?
No. I voluntarily came here.
Prepared, and he motions to the research.
I came here to put an end to the devil.
Wait, you're not from this land and you voluntarily came here? Why?
To kill Strahd.
Well, yes, but like, how did you even? And she's just confused, like, wait, what? Why would, huh?
I'm a vampire hunter by trade, Serena. It's what I do.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, do you just travel around different lands slaying vampires?
No. If you want me to be honest, it's a rather sad and a sappy story in reason, but we're here. We're in this together. I suppose it's good to know where I stand in my reasons. Serena, I am an old man. I don't have many years left. Humans are short-lived creatures. My reasons for living have long since left. I ventured out in search of one last triumph, or of a death that is worthy of to put an end to my story.
Well, if you want to share more, I'm happy to listen.
Is that your way of saying that you want to know my personal business?
If you want, we can just forget it. I'll go and talk to the bird people.
Oh, it's quite all right. And the were-ravens, so long as you don't cross them, and you have done very good by them, they will be nothing but helpful. But no one does anything for free in Barovia, and you have repaid your debt in kind.
Well, I'm glad they like me. That's good. I feel like I probably need as many allies as possible if we're going against Strahd.
Yes, well, I'm happy to have assisted you in some cases. Had you arrived before I did, you would have had to deal with all of this yourself. But you having dealt with the Blight Tree to the south has certainly helped me. I was just researching ways to deal with it myself, and you, from what I've heard from you, were just completely destroyed.
Yeah. Do you know what it actually did, though?
What the tree did?
Yeah.
See those plant creatures down below?
Yes?
Made those. Thousands of them. They're all scattered about Barovia. And it also corrupted the roots beneath the soil, making the a life very difficult, if not impossible, to grow. You having dealt with it should heal the land in time.
Good to know then.
Until Strahd decides to do something and curse the land once again.
Right.
Which reminds me, once he learns of what you've done, he will not be pleased.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting conversation. He invited me to dinner, and I'm sure he'll ask about it when that happens. If it happens. He didn't tell me a time and date.
If you're intending on going, I recommend not keeping him waiting. He is a very impatient creature.
Well, I mean, yes. I don't want to incur his wrath necessarily, but I'm not eager to go necessarily either. So, I'll probably go at my earliest convenience when I have less pressing matters.
Well, if he invited you to dinner, believe it or not, he's actually, historically speaking, and he motions to his notes and pans down, is quite apt at keeping his word. He's a gentleman of sorts, if you could dare call a creature that. Still has his noble precedence and code. So should you go there as his guest, your safety will be guaranteed at least. Maybe scout out the area?
Oh, well, I plan to do so. He actually offered a tour of the castle.
That seems like a wonderful opportunity.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sort of...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you know where Esmeralda is?
Yes, I was actually going to talk about her a little later. She's... As she pauses and she looks around, looks out the window.
Make a perception check.
Make sure.
Make a perception check.
A 6. I'm doing so good in rolling today, you guys. An 8, a 7, and a 6 today.
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't notice anything.
Okay. Esmeralda is in Kresik
Kresik?
with Irina.
Kresik.
And he stops for a sec.
Do you mean Kretsk? The village to the north?
Oh, yeah. Did I say it wrong? Oh. Kretsk, yes.
It's fine. Kretsk. Good. If nothing else, that place is fairly well fortified. I have business. Does she seem safe?
Well, she was running for her life because Strahd was chasing after her. And, well, I did what she asked, which was distract Strahd long enough for her to escape. Which I think I did a good job.
Well, if you're still here, I would say so.
Yes. I am fortunate that, as much as I hate it, hate that Strahd sees me as just some toy to play with, but in a way, there is sort of an advantage to that. He doesn't really see me as a threat. He seems to find me entertaining, so I can count on him not trying to kill me.
Might I give a friendly suggestion?
Yeah?
Esmeralda is a very capable woman. She could help you on your journey. I have my plans to deal with Strahd. I have been planning on ways to put an end to him for a long time. And I can't work with constant worries about my former disciple. So if you would be so kind as to go to Kretsk and keep my disciple safe, leave the killing of Strahd to me. I will lend him myself.
Strahd thinks about that for a second, and that honestly doesn't sound like a terrible idea. You know, because, okay, well, Serena gets to, you know, first of all, she knows Irina's with Esmeralda, so if she goes straight to Kretsk, everyone will be safe. Richtava will deal with Strahd. Great. But then she thinks, actually, she'll say this out loud. All right, but what if you fail?
If I fail, well, I'll have to leave it to you then. I am no fool. I know that the chances of me succeeding are low, but I am very good at what I do. And
Pauses.
I cannot work while worrying about Esmeralda.
Well, I was just about to say, I'm like, well, he could just join us, but then it has the same precedent of like, well, now Strahd's gonna think we're a threat if Richtava is just hanging out with us. So, you know what? Here's another thing. Serena is going to pause for a second and say, okay, well, if you think that you're confident enough to kill Strahd, then how do you kill Strahd? I was actually going to ask Esmeralda this, but I might as well ask you. I stabbed Strahd in the heart with a wooden stake, and it didn't do anything. So what am I supposed to do?
That is curious. Very curious. Disturbing, actually. Usually,
Yes.
that is quite effective. You're sure?
I am 100% sure. Strahd.
He is very
That's
good
the
with
thing.
illusions. Are you certain that you were not interacting with an illusion?
I felt his hand on my wrist, pushing the stake through his heart. My hand was nearly through his chest.
And you're certain that it wasn't an illusion? You haven't stated otherwise.
Well, I guess I'm not sure. But unless it was an illusion that could also, I don't know, manifest feeling, and I could interact with it, and I have some knowledge of how illusions work. Usually, it's just visual. You don't see or I mean, you don't feel anything normally, right?
There are ways. For instance, if you have a host, and then merely have an illusion over the host to appear a certain way.
If that was the case, then I had visuals of the host the entire time, and
Did he
the
speak
entire
to
time.
you?
Yes.
That is
We
quite
had
impressive.
we had an entire conversation, actually.
That is quite impressive, both the fact that you are still alive and... That is curious. Uncertain.
It could have been an illusion, but I really don't think it was.
In the end, field research is the only reliable source of information in situations like these. Strahd is a powerful wizard, and he knows his own weaknesses. I am sure that he would do everything he could to either prevent them or create some kind of device that makes up for his shortcomings.
Perhaps.
Well,
Is there anything else that might help in killing a vampire that you would know?
I know every... Yes, what do you want to know about killing vampires, Serena? Everything?
Yeah, everything. Just give me a list. That would be lovely. Thank you.
Let me show you.
And he gives you a little lesson. And 1, 2, skip a few. You now know extensively vampire strengths and weaknesses in character. You also would know that Strahd has been, like, as a spellcaster vampire, he is able to bend some of these rules, but only through ways of known magics. And what those ways are is anyone's guess at this point. Rictavio has his theories. But in the end, you should just treat him also like a wizard.
Well, I have some magical capability.
That's good. That will serve you well.
Okay. Well,
What about
Now I
my
know.
proposal? Are you going to leave Strahd to me?
I could, but I
Believe
feel like I should prepare for the worst as well.
working alongside me will bring you nothing but heartache and tragedy. It is my curse.
Well then, I suppose we'll work separately if it makes you more confident in your abilities. I will have to think of whether or not it is wise to work with Esmeralda as well, since Strahd specifically told me not to do so.
Here you are with me. Though I am fairly certain that Rictavo will be a sufficient disguise for a little while longer. Though I am hesitant to say much longer. With me traveling away from the Blue Water Inn, I am sure word is either getting back to him right now or already has gotten back to him. On who?
Why don't you just make another disguise?
He starts petting the tiger.
I couldn't leave Sasha behind.
And I suppose it would be very, very awkward to have to explain why you have a pet tiger.
It would be
Why Ricardo
absurd.
doesn't. Yeah.
It would be absurd. Strahd would see right through it, yes.
Yes. Well, since you seem so knowledgeable, actually, after visiting this place, we were going to go visit the Amber Temple. What do you know of the Amber Temple? Because I don't know much about it. But,
The Amber Temple. What brings you there?
let's see. Casimir is convinced that something there will help stop Strahd.
Oh, the Vistani is leading you to the Temple of Ancient Evil Power. Why am I not surprised?
Excuse me?
That temple has quite the history. It is the place where Strahd made his pact with the dark powers that control this plane. The beings that gave him the power that he has.
Really?
I know that it holds immense power, but I dare not go there myself. It is a place of ancient evil. And anyone that steps foot in its doors draws the gaze of the dark powers. Don't trust those Vistani swine, Serena. They're only in it for themselves.
Not all of them are as you say, all right? Some have been very generous and kind to me.
I can merely give you advice. It is up for you to take it.
Right, well... well, I'm glad you told me about the Amber Temple. I'll certainly have to ask about that. Although, if that is the place where Strahd made his pact, would it be possible to find a way to undo it or stop him there? Maybe that's why he wants to go there.
Perhaps. But Strahd is a vampire, and vampires can be killed. I don't need ancient, forgotten, twisted magics to do that.
I see. This is all so... ugh. I really miss home.
Once Strahd is gone, you can go back, I'm sure. The road may be long, but you will be free.
Good to know. Well, I didn't really know how to transition into this, but I found these, and she just gives him the journal entries.
He looks at them quizzically, and then his eyes go wide.
Well, you know more about me than apparently you let on.
And he goes over to a candle and just holds the pages over the candle as they erupt in flames.
I didn't mean to be nosy. It's just, I don't know.
Well, since you already know, clearly have something you want to say, go ahead, say it.
And she pauses like, well, there isn't a statement in particular I wanted to just blatantly say. I don't know, what you went through is incredibly sad, and I can see where your hatred of the Vistani comes from, but again, I don't think that should be applied to an entire group of people.
You are young. Life clearly has been very kind to you. You've been brought into this land, and soon you will learn. You will learn why I think the way I do. And you will be wiser for it.
I'm sort of afraid of that. I am realizing just how nice my homeland really is compared to this place. I hope this place doesn't change me too much.
The curse of this land is a strong one. It will be up to you to decide how firmly it leaves its marks upon you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for all of the vampire killing advice.
Did you tell him about the sword? In the lectures?
Did. Oh my gosh, I literally thought about that earlier, and I said I'm gonna bring it up later, and I forgot during the conversation.
Yeah, but like you talked about killing vampires, and you would have brought up sunlight and all that. So the sword might have naturally come up in that conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I guess she'll bring it out now. You know, we're talking about weapons to kill Strahd with.
Yep. And the sword activates, revealing a beam of radiant energy.
This will do quite well. Might I have it?
Have it?
Well, if I'm going to be taking on Strahd, it would be incredibly useful.
She looks at the sword and she's become incredibly attached to it. Like, she's become like emotional buddies with the sword. Yeah. And she asks the sword, well, what do you think? I still haven't given the sword a name. I need to give the sword a name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sword, what do you think?
Fury.
Well, the sword doesn't seem happy with that idea. Here, you know what, sword? Why don't you give Richtavo a chance? Here, go ahead and try it. And she gives the hilt to Verrichten.
Yeah. He takes the handle, and the sword immediately fizzles out. Swings around the handle.
Quite a moody one you are. Very light, though. Very
Well, it's
interesting.
just the hilt.
How do you...
We start swinging it around.
Well, I don't know. It's just it's sort of a two-way street, you know. If I want to have it explode and the sword wants to explode, then it explodes. If I don't want it to explode, but the sword wants to explode, sometimes the sword will just decide to explode. But if I want to explode and the sword doesn't, then the sword does nothing. So it's sort of a relationship.
Well, you blasted thing, move! Go! Light!
How does the sword feel?
Well, I'm not quite good at putting labels on things. Seems moody.
Let me take it back. Let me.
He hands it back to you.
Okay. Well, how was that?
No response.
Hello? Are you giving me the cold shoulder now?
No response.
I think it's angry now. I think it's angry at me. It doesn't want to talk to me either.
He can talk?
Well, not talk, but we've sort of figured out a way to communicate each other. It gives me a feeling, and then I just sort of guess it according to the context.
Quite. Well, if you will tell that blasted thing to shape up so that we can go kill vampires together, that would be tremendously helpful. I'm in need of a new tool.
And he removes his cane sheath to reveal a shining silver blade beneath it.
Well, okay. I'll talk. I'll talk to the sword. No guarantees, though.
Quite. Well, let me know. I was planning on heading for Castle Ravenloft tomorrow morning. Make your decision by then.
So soon? You're going just straight to him?
No time like the present. He's out searching for Irina. His forces are thin, his brides are away from the castle. Now seems like an opportune time to strike.
I suppose.
Especially if he's distracted by you.
Okay, great. Do you think you have everything you need to kill him? I just told you, just, you know, a normal stake to the heart didn't really do anything.
My dear, I have been killing vampires since for many years. It is my life's passion and my life's work. I believe I know what I'm doing.
Okay. I would really hate to learn of your death over dinner.
All the better for it, honestly. Like I said, my time on this existence should have ended a long time ago. As you have read, it has brought nothing but the people around me sorrow and misery. I would hate to bring you into that fold as well.
Well, thank you for everything you've done. to help me, and well, I guess it's always nice to have more people trying to stop Strahd. Even though I think what you're doing is very incredibly dangerous to be doing by yourself.
Well, think it over. You have until tomorrow morning. Depending on what you decide, I will take the proper course of action.
All right.
If you will not protect Esmeralda, I will have to go to Kretsk myself and convince her to leave. Should you decide to protect her, I will go straight to Castle Ravenloft and end this curse.
I'll think about it. I'll talk with the other two as well.
Maybe leave the Vistani cur out of it.
She could just kind of rolls her eyes like, okay.
Anything that he knows, he will tell Strahd. I'm warning you. It could compromise the whole mission.
I'll keep that in mind. And she gets up and she'll leave to talk to with the other two.
I leave. You open up the door, and you see one of the children just quickly dart past on the other side of the hallway as you open the door. Turn the corner. Who was the younger boy that appeared to have been guiding you?
Okay, well, he's gonna tell his parents everything. Right. And, I mean, what is she gonna do? Hunt the child down? Be like, listen, brat, you were keeping your mouth shut. What is she gonna do? Maybe if she was Claire would probably try to do that. But Serena will let him go. Because, I mean, she knows that the Ravens are allies, so it's not the worst thing in the world. So she's just going to go to Ismark and Casimir.
You go into the other room, open the door to see Ismark laying in the bed, arms behind his back, staring at the ceiling, spear landing at the edge of the bed with his boots. And he looks up, notices you. Casimir is looking through pages of a book, and then looks up and smiles.
Hi. How'd it go?
Well, we had an interesting discourse. First of all, he taught me a lot about how to kill vampires.
Yeah, and that lecture did take a bit. So I'll say that right around now, it's pushing evening, and the smell of food starts to waft up from downstairs.
I mean, we can talk more about this after dinner, but yeah, I'll be sure to tell you guys all the ways to kill vampires after dinner. We'll also have to talk about us going to the Amber Temple, because...
Right, we should head there as soon as possible.
I would like to know more about the place first.
I do not know much other than it holds the solution to kill the devil.
How do you know that?
It came to me in a dream.
A dream?
Yes.
And what was in that dream?
And Ismark sits up, leans in towards him intently.
If I do not tell you, you will not go, I am assuming.
Well, it depends. I would like to know. I don't want to go to a place where we would be, one, either wasting our time or, even worse, get ourselves killed. For nothing. What is there?
Long ago, my people had a place in this land. They traveled without fear. My people, the Dusk Elves. And one day we decided that Strahd's tyranny could not be tolerated anymore. And we fought. And lost. He then proceeded to hunt down every woman and child of my people, slaughtering them mercilessly, leaving us, the men, to wither and live out our centuries of life, unable to grow and revel in the aftermath of the slaughter. I am among the last of my kind. My sister was among those who were slaughtered. She came to me in a dream and promised a way to kill the devil, to put an end to this curse, the way to bring her back. It is the only semblance of hope that I have left.
That is a shit story.
Piss off.
Ismark, don't be rude.
Getting information from dreams. Sounds like a load of horse crap to me.
Well, if what he said is true, even if it is just a dream, I can see why he would want to go. Although, Casimir, you said that your sister told you a way that she could be brought back?
Yes. I do not know how, but these dreams have been coming non-stop. And when I saw you, my time is coming. And I saw a chance to right the wrongs of the devil.
I'm so sorry for what happened to your people. I didn't know. Well, someone alluded to it earlier, but I didn't know that your own sister was one of them.
I do not need your pity. I just need my sister back.
Either way, I'm still a little cautious about what's at the Amber Temple. Van Richten said that it was where Strahd made his pact.
So it is a place of great power then.
Made his pact to become a vampire, a place of great evil.
Then maybe we could undo it. Maybe the magic there is bound to something that we can break. You're a very powerful spellcaster. I am a powerful spellcaster. Maybe it is there. Maybe that is what she is trying to tell me.
Maybe.
All she say is that it is the way to end this curse is there.
All right, look. These are our options. Either we go to the Amber Temple, and if we go to the Amber Temple, Van Richten will go to Kretsk to protect Esmeralda, and by protecting Esmeralda, also protect Irina. If we go to Kretsk, he is going to go straight to Strahd and try to kill him.
No, we need to go to the Ember Temple. That is the only way. He will surely die without what we can do at the temple.
Because of the dreams. Because of what your dead sister is telling you.
It's hard to explain, but I have never been more sure of anything in my whole life. Please believe me. Please.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it more. Let's get some food. Give me some more time to think.
Okay.
And if I don't know what time it is, but
It's pushing mid-evening at this point. The sun's down.
okay. Is dinner ready?
Dinner is ready.
Dinner's ready. Food time.
Food time.
Food break.
And you are greeted with a spread of fine meats and dried fruits and a lot of vegetables. Some of the only fresh produce that you've seen in a long, long time. And it is delicious. The child that was spying on you occasionally looks your direction shyly and seems to be eating quickly and then stands up from the table. I'm done, and just runs off.
Hey, what? I'm sorry, you're so rude.
And for the sake of brevity, how much longer would you like to continue with this roleplay? Because there's a lot of information that needs to be conveyed.
Mm-hmm.
We could glaze over it and just go straight to the information, or we could continue on like this. It's whatever you would like to do.
It depends on the information. What's the information?
There's a lot of information. So the host. Okay. Why I turned away from the page is a mystery.
Great.
There we go. Wizards of Wines. Davian tells you that there are 3 of these gems scattered about Barovia, and they all hold immense power. And one of them is in Berez. The other was on Yester Hill, and that's the one that you found. And he has no idea where the third one is.
Okay.
And he asks if you are willing to help get this other stone back so that the land can continue to grow and be fertile beyond what this one stone can provide. And if you come across the third stone, to bring it back here.
basically, I mean, if she finds the third one where we don't know where it is, well, then yeah, if she finds it, yeah, she'll bring it back. The second one, let's see. So Berez is the second one. So it's okay. So I'm looking at the map. Is it kind of like left and down of Valaki, like next to Luna River?
It is next to Luna River. Yes, it is. It is along the western bank of the Luna River.
Okay, I think I see it. Okay. When would we actually go there?
That's up to you.
If we ever went back to Valaki, then we could go. Okay, first of all, where is I'm trying to say, where is Strahd's castle? Is it like right of the village of Barovia?
Yeah, it is to the left of the village of Barovia, above the cliffside. North of the Serre Pool.
Oh, that's his castle.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So if that's the case, then I guess on their way to the castle, that we could probably stop by there. So yeah, okay. Serena will basically tell him that, there are some things that, they need to do. But, if they are able to go, then yeah, they'll go.
Okay. They also ask if you would be willing to help deliver wine to the Blue Water Inn and return to return to the village of Valaki and deliver this wine shipment. Apparently Rictavio has already agreed and will be helping do this on his way to Castle Ravenloft, or at least that was the plan.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're gonna eventually go to Castle Ravenloft,
yeah, it is happening tomorrow morning, so you would be leaving with them and going back to Valaki.
Oh. So if they do the shipment to take the wine to Valaki, that would be like tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you would be accompanying Rictavio to Valaki.
That would literally just abandon the Amber Temple at that point. And Kretsk.
Casimir does not seem happy and is apt to speak up and say, sorry, we already have plans, and Ismark quickly shut him up. Casimir is very adamant about going to the Amber Temple. Ismark seems very keen to back up whatever you decide.
You know what? I'll ask the winemaker people. What do they know about the Amber Temple?
They don't know anything, really.
Nothing?
This is news to them that this place even exists.
Shoot, I don't know what to decide. I don't know. Now I have 3 options. I can either go to Amber Temple, go to Kretsk, or, beat the Pony Express.
All have their merits. What does Serena want?
What would we get if we do the wine shipment?
You would get either treasure. They promise wealth of some kind or power. Or a way to buy your into the village of Kretsk. Because apparently this place is walled off and is not open to just anyone. And this is new information to you.
Wait, we can just buy our way into Kretsk?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they would give you some wine, and they're like, okay, like, and if you take this wine to Kretsk, they'll let you in. But you would need to deliver it to the Blue Water Inn first. And then they'd give you a portion of the goods, and you would take it to Kretsk, where apparently they would allow you to enter.
I'm really torn about this Amber Temple thing now.
It's almost as if this module has a lot of different paths that this can go. Like I've been saying the entire time.
I know. There's too many options. I can't decide.
And I will say that this is one of those moments that's like, like make a save point because you're going to be coming back, like, because like this is a pretty pivotal moment in how things are going to play out.
I know.
This is it.
This is a really important decision.
Yeah, this is going to decide a lot.
Man, I wish there were more people that knew more about the Amber Temple. Even Ritavo didn't know all that much about that place. Except, it's where the evil powers were made.
And it is a place of immense magical power. Yeah, and it's the place where Strahd made his pact.
Right. And it's just like, we could either find something really useful and amazing, or we could die. When is the next wine shipment?
The next wine shipment would be after the plants have recovered, so it wouldn't be for probably another month.
It's not going to take a month to go to the Amber Temple, is it?
No, it's going to take a few weeks. So no, it's going to take probably maybe like a little over a week. Depending. You actually don't know. None of you have ever been there. You're going to need to traverse a high elevation mountains with very poorly maintained roads. It's hard to say how long. It's hard to say how long it will take. And Casimir knows this because he is fairly well traveled in Barovia. He's never been to the Amber Temple, but he does know this mountain range.
I'm really inclined to go. Not because I think it's a good idea, but just because I'm immensely curious as a player.
That should be at the tippy top of your list. What does Nola want to do?
What does Nola want to do?
What sounds the most fun?
Yeah, what sounds the most fun? And going to the Amber Temple does sound like fun, even though there's a very high chance that people could die. Okay. If the next wine shipment is in about a month, it takes about a week to go to the Amber Temple. It takes about a week to come back from the Amber Temple. That means about 2 weeks at the Amber Temple. I don't plan on spending 2 weeks at the Amber Temple. Hopefully. You know what? Another good draw of us going to the Amber Temple is that it'll force Richtavo to go to Kretsk. He won't go to Castle Ravenloft.
Yep.
Which is probably a really good thing.
What are you doing?
You know what? Let's go to the Amber Temple. Why not? We're not going to do the shipment. We have to continue on.
Casimir is overjoyed. Octavio is immensely disappointed. Understands and says that he will still commit to escorting the barrel, the shipment. And and with that, he will he goes back to his room solemnly. Is there anything that you want to do before you call it a night and take off the next morning?
I mean, if there's no other way to learn more about the Amber Temple, if no one else knows anything, probably prepare to go up some really cold mountains. Probably find some warm clothes.
The farmers give you a series of warm furs as soon as they hear that you are going up the Tsolenka Pass. They load your wagon with supplies and furs, and they cover it for you, and the last little bit of their gratitude.
Good.
And Ismark. Hey, can I talk to you in private for a sec?
Sure. What's wrong?
Listen, far be it from me to question your decisions. You have done nothing but, led us to victory and kept my sister safe for the most part. You really think it's a good idea to act based on someone's dreams?
Normally, I wouldn't, but I've acted based on someone's card reading, and it turned out to be true.
Right, more of Vistani information that magically seems to just work out.
Right. I mean, who knows? He could be right.
I guess so. Listen, I just wanted to say thanks. You know, this whole thing, it all started in my little village, and you've kept everyone. Without you, I don't know where we'd be, so I don't think I've really thanked you enough, so thanks.
No problem, Ms. Mark. As stubborn of a mule as you are, don't count yourself short. I mean, I might have magic, but you've been just as useful and as helpful in this journey as me. And Irina, what could she do without you?
I don't know. But I do know that you have been a godsend. And, despite what happens, whatever comes our way, I wanted to let you know that I'm grateful.
Well, I don't know what to say. Thank you, I guess. There's no need. I mean, at the end of the day, me going on this journey helps all of us.
Yeah.
Your land gets to be safe, your sister gets to be safe, and I get to help people along the way, and I hopefully, eventually, will get to go home.
You know, Dad, he was preparing me to lead the village before he died, and, it fell on me, and then I immediately left to protect Irina, and that's been bothering me, you know? I guess what I'm trying to get at is I wanted to ask you, Do you think I should go back? I have no idea what kind of state the village is in. Without me there, I just don't know.
What do you mean not go back?
I just don't know what Dad would want me to do. He said to lead the people after he was gone, and I'm here. Helping you and helping Irina. And now Irina is in the capable hands of Esmeralda. But I want to help her and I want to help you, but I don't want to abandon my village and let my father down. I don't know what to do, so I figured I'd ask you. What do you think I should do?
I can't speak for your father, but I think that once Strahd is dead, I don't think the people of the village will have minded that you were gone for a little while. I think that will all be forgiven.
All right, then, if that's the case, we'll go to the Amber Temple, kick the ass of whatever creatures dwell inside, take its magical powers for ourselves, or destroy it, or do whatever you decide we need to do, and set my people free.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, good night.
Well,
good night then, I guess.
yes,
I'll
good night.
See you in the
All
morning.
right. Okay. You too. Awkward nod and
Yeah.
leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And your night passes. You sleep wonderfully with a full belly filled with something other than good berry, which is a nice change of pace.
Yay! I mean, good berries are great.
Yeah, they're fantastic, but
they're called good berry, but
Yeah.
like variety is nice too.
mm-hmm. It is nice. It's very nice to have some variety. And you awake the next morning. Rictavio heads off with the wine shipment, giving you a wave as he does so, under the guise of his half-elf visage, the tiger staying vigilant on the back of his cart. And you watch him go. You load on your wagon. And I'll say they even give you an extra horse.
Yay!
Yeah. So now you have 2 horses on this wagon.
Dude, that's actually very useful.
Yeah. And the old man thanks you once more. Reminds you that if you come across any of these stones, to bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
And with the crack of the reins, the horse lets out a whinny. And the wagon continues onward, back up the mountainside, as the vineyard slowly disappears from view. You make your way through the winding forest, back up the mountainside. The temperature, again, begins to drop. But you're prepared this time. The wolf pelts that Casimir procured were nice. This is proper winter gear. And you feel very comfortable and very warm.
Good.
And even Ismark feels that he's showing some visible signs of appreciation for the warmth.
Wow. That's so nice. He usually doesn't appreciate anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's just he's just grumpy all the time.
All right. You make your way north through the woods. You see a weather-worn signpost next to the road. The three arms of the signpost post along three branches of the road. The arm pointing north reads Kretsk, and through the woods you can see an arching stone bridge spanning the river. The arm pointing east reads Valaki, and the road slopes up gradually in the direction. The arm points southwest reads Wizards of the Wines, and the road slopes down gently downward in that direction. Casimir guides you down south, up the mountainside, and it takes you a few days. The first day of travel is mostly through forest, and you come across a couple things. Along the way, you see, arched along the path leading through the forest, 6 familiar-looking scarecrows.
Ah, can we not? Are you kidding me?
That are all along the side of the road. That is Strahd. Not forest.
I was maybe like, did he show up with
no.
6 scarecrows?
Yeah, no.
Ready to go? Like, hi.
Yeah. And Casimir looks at you. A ball of fire appears in his hand. Shall we?
Yeah, just in case. And Serena is like nervous at these scarecrows, like remembering the last time she got attacked by a scarecrow.
They blow in the wind. A raven flies a little too close. And then its clawed hand instantly grabs the raven by its neck and snaps it. And it stuffs it in its chest, along with all the other dead ravens. And it goes back to being inanimate. Yes, let's just...
Yeah.
Ball of fire. The scarecrows all turn to ash. And that's the first day.
All right. Whew.
You use your dome for the night. Having a second horse, it is really cramped and smells even worse. But it's doable.
Is it... Does air not go through? It says it's...
Yeah, but you're still in close proximity to 2 horses.
10-foot radius. Okay, so that's 20 feet.
Horses are big animals.
I know that.
Along with 3 people, it's fairly cozy. It's not as if it's like stuffy, but you're still needing to share this living space with 2 fully grown horses.
Okay, because it says 9 creatures can fit inside the dome. Fine. So I'm like, well, there's only 5.
Does it say 9 large creatures?
It says 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome.
Horses are not medium-sized creatures.
Are they considered large?
They are considered large.
Really? Really? I thought they were medium. Oh, okay.
Let me confirm that. Because these are pack horses. These are meant to carry stuff. But yeah, let me confirm that for you.
Okay. Let's see. D&D 5e horse size. Let's see.
Yep, they're large. They're a large beast.
Oh, okay. Ah, okay then.
Yep.
So it's cozy.
Mm-hmm. And these, the first night, you see a hunched figure lurch through the mist, their gaunt bodies covered in needles. But this creature is clawing at the mud. One of these familiar-looking needle blights that you've seen several times. and it looks like it is rotting and dying. And it dies right outside your dome. Get a sense that your work is starting to take effect real quick.
Good.
And that's the first day. Second day, you make your way through the woods and begin to ascend the mountain. You discover a foot trail that cuts through the wilderness. It seems to lead to the mountains more directly. Casimir looks the trail.
Huh. I don't remember this trail being here before, but it seems to be a better way.
Can like the horses and cart go through?
Yeah, it seems like a fairly well-maintained trail.
Seems spook. Seems spook. Ah, if I was a higher level, I would have used clairvoyance, but wait, I don't have it yet. Okay.
What do you think?
It's a path we don't know. What if it one doesn't lead to the temple, and one or the other? What if it is a dead end, or even worse, leads to something awful?
Seems more direct to me, but it's up to you. Could save us some time, could lead to a dead end. What do you think?
How much time will it take to get to the temple?
I don't know, I've never been. I know where it is on the map. And I've traveled these roads a little bit, but I haven't gone past the mountains. After we go up with elevation, that will be where my knowledge ends. All I know is that we should come to a gatehouse on the bridge before we need to diverge cross-country to the temple. That's what my dreams have told me.
Well, around how long will it take?
Maybe 4 more days. If things hold up.
And if we take this path,
We might be able to cut a day off of that.
that's not worth it. No, we're gonna use the path.
Okay.
You said your dreams, you said we need to go this way, we need to go this way. All right.
Okay. You continue down the path that Casimir knows. And you set up the dome. And this time, a pack of wolves snarls outside the dome, gazing inside, watching you.
Sleeping.
And they watch you for hours and hours and hours before they eventually scatter. That's the second day.
Good.
Third day. You are now at the mountain pass. And the temperature begins to drop rapidly again. You put on your coats. The wagon appears to block a lot of the wind. At times, the path begins to thin out and the wind begins to pick up and the wagon starts to rock back and forth, treating this covered wagon like a sail. It holds firm though. On the third day. You're getting all the weird ones, it's cool.
Good. Instead of just, you get wolves tonight.
Yeah.
And then the next night, you got more wolves.
Yep.
And then the next night is like, you got even more wolves.
Yep.
So many doggies running around.
Yep, so many doggies. Doge. Okay.
So many puppies.
Okay. Man. Sorry, this is taking me a while to find.
Would we find a unicorn?
Actually, no.
Yay!
You see on the ground a cane. A walking cane.
Ooh.
With an iron ferrule that strikes and sparks on the stone. As Casimir's wagon hits it, it sparks. And as it flies up, you see it is of familiar make.
Does it look like
Rictavio's.
Rictavo? Cane?
Looks similar in make. It's now covered in ice, though.
I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look at it.
It appears to be a cane. You yank on it. Sword. It's hard to yank, but eventually the ice gives way. Reveals a blade. It's covered in snow and ice, and the wagon just rolled on over it, and it shot up because it was at an odd angle. This is just a random find.
Can I tell whether it is actually his cane or if it just looks similar?
Make me an investigation check.
An 11. What is happening today?
Well, you have two natural 20s.
Bad rolls. Yeah, but you know what? I spent a lot of time talking in that winery. Holy cow!
Yeah.
I thought I'd be in the Amber Temple by now.
Yep. Role play, man. When you get some people that are really into it, time just kind of flies.
I know. Too much talking and not enough exploring.
Yeah.
Ah, dang it. We're almost at the end of the stream. I can't even. That kind of sucks.
I want to keep playing.
I want to keep playing. Is this a good time to be able to... You know what? It is probably important to see whether or not this is actually Rictavo's cane, because if it is, well, then that's a new thing we need to figure out. I'll go ahead and burn a nat 20.
You look, and you investigate that there is an etching on the wooden handle. And on the etching it says RVR.
So it is his cane.
Apparently he's been here before.
Huh. So maybe this is a second cane, but he's definitely... Maybe he has visited the Amber Temple before. Or maybe he tried and had to turn back. He was definitely here, though. Why wouldn't he say so? Okay, well, she's gonna keep it. In case we run into Van Richten again.
All right. So, chat is not pleased with the current circumstances. Anyway, you carry on, and night comes. More questions rise up in your mind. More questions than answers. And you use your dome. you see four much bigger wolves, dressed in tundra fur, much more poofy.
Are the wolves?
They are now stark white, as opposed to the raven black that you were seeing in the forest down below.
No. The way you worded it made it sound like they were wearing furs.
No, they're
just white wolves.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
about to be like,
Yes.
are these werewolves? Are they
Yeah.
wearing pelts?
Yep. And
Okay.
they snarl before eventually moving on their way.
Yep.
And that it. And yeah, where are you now? You're roughly there. All right. And on this day, you move on. And come on.
Is it a dragon?
No. That would be
Why?
something.
Are we playing Dungeons and Dragons? Where are the dragons? I haven't seen a single dragon yet. Where are they? Disappointed!
Disappointed! You stumble upon an old grave. Seems to just be a makeshift wooden stake, thick, that is planted in the ground. And it appears to have been desecrated, as there is a person-sized hole in front of it, with no body.
Oh, well. I mean, I guess I'll look around. Like, there's no name on, like, the... I would say tombstone, but it's not a tombstone. It's just unmarked.
You get off the wagon and take a cursory glance at this grave. And it merely says V, and then it is just a mess. It seems like someone tried to carve in a name, and it has long since been worn away.
I guess I'll investigate, but I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, clearly the body's not here anymore. Is there anything? It's just a hole of dirt, wouldn't it be? Unless there's something left in there.
Do you investigate the hole?
I don't want to be a grave robber. That's kind of... I mean, Claire might do something like that, but Serena might feel a little uncomfortable. She'll definitely look in. I don't think she'll be digging around, though.
Okay. You dig through and you find several pieces of rusted metal.
Did I literally not just say that she's not digging around?
Oh, no. I thought you said that you were.
No, she said that she's not digging.
Oh, you're not digging around.
I literally...
Sorry, I heard was.
No, she...
That's what I get for scribbling down. Okay.
I mean, sure, you can give me this stuff.
No.
Like,
So, okay,
she-
you get back in the cart and you carry on. Nope. You get back in the cart and you carry on.
I mean, she's not grave robbing. Like,
Mm-hmm. The temperature continues to drop. And the wind begins to pick up. It is freezing. it is actually freezing. The water that you have been carrying with you to travel is now shrinking and is turning solid in its casks. One of the leather wineskins drops and shatters on the road beneath you. It is quite cold. The covered wagon does a lot to help insulate you, but then the wagon seems like it's gonna tip over, and Casimir quickly takes it down. So now wind is blowing through your hair against you, and you are just out here with the elements.
Didn't we get enough, like, warm stuff to be able to protect us from
Yeah,
cold?
that's true. So you put up your hoods, and thank goodness you have these. If you hadn't, you might have been dealing with some pretty dire circumstances right now. The horses, on the other hand,
I imagine they would
Are-
have gotten stuff too, wouldn't they?
there's only really so much you can do for horses. They're looking like they are needing to push forward, and they're looking really tired, and they're looking like they are exhausting quickly.
I don't know. We could, like, throw, like, a blanket on the horsies or something.
You can try.
They're cold.
With enough time, you're sure you fashion some of your blankets to them, and do your best to make them comfortable.
Yeah.
But they are looking really sad. But they are pushing forward. All right. Let's see. Here we are.
Chat's like, if these horses die,
Yeah.
if these horses die.
No one is safe, I'll say that much. As you continue forward, the shelf on the rock on which the mountain road clings grows very narrow. To your left, the icy cliffs raise sharply toward dark, rolling clouds. To your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog. Ahead, through the wind and snow, you see a high wall of black stone lined with spikes and topped by statues of demonic vultures with horned heads. Set in the center of the wall is a closed iron portcullis, behind of which burns a curtain of green flame. On the other side of the dark wall, gripping the mountain's edge, is a guard tower of white stone topped by golden statues of mighty warriors. I have seen this place in my dreams. We are getting closer.
Well, that's good. Let's try to see if we can find a way inside.
You approach, and Casimir pulls the reins on the horses, who stop. And you are given a little bit of respite by the immense heat from these green flames that is blocking your path. Casimir's just looking at these green flames curiously. Well, now.
I don't know. So the gates are closed, right?
The gate is The gatehouse is 30 feet high, and adjoining the walls are 20, and the adjoining walls are 20 feet high and lined with stone spikes. And there is a portcullis
Right.
that blocks the way.
Okay, so it's closed.
And as you approach, the sound of metal screeching on metal fills the air around you. And this rusty portcullis rises by itself, but the flames do not dissipate.
Okay. Before we bring everything inside, we might want to see what this green flame is.
The green flame is blocking your way from going through. There was the portcullis accompanied by the green flame.
Okay, well, Serena will get off the cart and approach the green flames. You know what? I'm gonna try my divine sense.
Divine sense. All right, let me.
Here.
Yeah, link it to the chat, please. You emanate this burst of divine energy, and the vultures above you reek of evil. And they appear to be of a fiendish nature, living, but not moving at the moment.
Okay. What about the green flames?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Other than the vultures above, is there anything else?
Nothing that you can sense, no.
Okay. I do have Dispel Magic. I could try that. You know what? I could use Detect Magic, but for these green flames, I mean, they're probably magic, so I don't think I need to detect whether it's magic or not. I'm just gonna try to dispel it, the green flames.
You cast Dispel Magic,
Yeah.
and the flames flicker out. Well done.
Thank you, although we need to be careful about those things up there.
What? Ismark grabs a spear, looks up at them.
I sense great evil emanating from those things. Fiends.
Fiends.
I think they're alive. They're just not responding yet.
Well, what do we do then? We have the drop on them.
We could try to attack them now. I just don't know. I mean, what are they? Are they... Would I know about gargoyles?
Make a nature check.
$14.
You saw the stone gargoyles in the tower. These have a similar tint to them, but they are clearly very different. They're more bird-like. You know enough about gargoyles to know that these are not gargoyles.
Okay.
What specifically
well,
they are, you don't know. They appear to be very evil fiends of some kind.
Be inactive though, so If they're not gargoyles, then what the heck are they? And are they aware of that we're here? You know what? If they're truly as evil as, you know, Serena senses they are, I think it's smart to just get rid of them now before we enter the temple. Because we know if we need to leave the temple, they'll still be there. And who knows if they might do something, you know? So let's just get rid of them now.
All right. What do you want to do?
So, okay, so the vultures, they look like they're made of stone?
Yeah.
Shatter's the move, then.
Casimir takes a step back and starts chanting some spells. What are we doing? Are we attacking?
Yeah. Let's get rid of them.
All right.
Honestly, this is the best I can do, and a little bead of fire emanates from his hands.
All right. But don't attack at first. Let me attack them first, and then if they respond, you do the same. Because fire won't do much to stone.
Oh, right. I have an idea.
He thinks for a second.
All right. Both of you, come.
Okay.
He taps you and Ismark on the shoulder. Mutters an arcane incantation. And you feel all the weight underneath your feet give way as you begin to float upward. And you can move freely. Ismark, like, whoa! What the hell? What did you just do? These creatures seem like they could fly. Seems like a smart move.
Good thinking. Huh. I didn't even... Wow, this is a useful spell. Okay. Here. Let's see. I will go ahead and cast guidance while we're at it.
On who?
Yeah.
On who? Who are you casting it on?
Let's give it to Casimir.
All right. Thank you. And the bead of fire grows a little bit bigger in his hands. After you.
And I will also inspire Ismark.
All right. Ismark takes the inspiration, flies up with the spear, and arcs towards the creature's throat.
All right, let's go. And then she's going to use Shatter.
All right.
Now, can she hit both? Or how
Yeah.
many of them are there? Is there two?
You can definitely hit both. There are two.
There are two. Okay, she's going to hit Shatter. Go!
All right. Let me give you a map here. So, can chat see? Chat can see darkness.
I see darkness.
Okay, yeah. Scroll down. You just need to scroll down.
Oh, there we go. Bottom left. Okay.
Yep. All right, go ahead and roll me a shatter.
I did.
Okay. These creatures. 16 and... What's the rule for constructs?
Oh, it didn't.
It didn't link the spell. You just rolled the damage.
All right.
Yeah. What's the rule? What's the rule for constructs?
Okay, so for constructs, let's see. A creature made of inorganic material, such as stone, crystal, or metal, has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay, so it's disadvantage on the saving throw. Excellent. Let's get Ismark on there. Let's get Casimir on there. And they are going to make these checks with disadvantage. And that is a con save for these creatures. Do they get any bonuses? Yes, they do. That is a 6. And that is a 10. They both fail.
Yes.
Okay, so. And that is 16 points of damage to both of them. As you damage them, they both begin to spring to life. And Ismark is going to lay into one of them as well. With his spear. And well, let's see if he crits. Nope. 10 points of piercing. And Casimir lets loose a fireball, and they need to make a dex save. That is a 19 and a 20, so that one's a success. And let's roll that damage, Kaz. See what you can do. Fireball. 26, have 13 to both. Okay. Brilliant. As Casimir lets his fireball fly, burning these two birds is on their back. I'm going to reveal to you some more of the map. And these birds are looking really, really, really upset.
Or are they angry? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they look pissed.
Sorry.
And their
Did I ruin your whole day?
Their stone form sheds, makes ways to see large, feathery, fleshy skin. And they look like they're ready to fight.
Okay. So do I roll the initiative?
Do you want to have the session run late, or do you want to pick this up later?
If they're already super hurt, I'd rather just kill them now.
They look all right.
What does chat think? Do we want to do this now or do this later? I'd rather do this now, but...
Chad, it's up to you. One of the rare occasions. Do it now, says Pascal.
Now?
Now? All right.
All right.
If that is the case, I keep on opening Steam. I'm sorry.
Steam is just like, D&D's over, playtime.
Yeah. It's right next to Chrome, so whenever I come back, I just
You need to separate them.
But then I'll just, I guess, I'll put Discord next to it. That's a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There's your correction for the night.
There you go.
All right. So with that, I need you to roll me some initiative.
15.
15. That is a 14 for Kaz. And Ismark gets a...
He's a slow boy. He's not used to this magic flying thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Not that Serena is either, but like, you know, she's not as freaked out.
Okay. What's your dex? Is it a +3?
It's a +2.
Okay, I'll just say you go first.
Because I'm the player.
Because
Okay.
you're the player.
I'm special.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we got cows and S. All right, top of the round, we got you. What are you doing?
All right. So now that they are of organic material now, I don't want to just burn a fireball right now because I don't know when we're gonna have a full rest. So
What are you doing? Ismark is flying up and is right up close and personal.
I could do firebolt. Do thorn whip? No. I'll go ahead and use another shatter. Well, shatters for organic material. You know what? I'll use firebolt.
Fire bolts, go ahead and roll an attack.
An 8. So I'm gonna
And
switch
8.
that to a natural 20.
Okay, go ahead and roll second damage dice then.
Because I might as well use my natural 20 now.
Yep.
Do I just roll it?
Yeah,
again?
just roll another
Okay.
damage dice. Yeah.
15. There we go.
Okay, 2d10 and 2d10, so 15. That's 27 to, right, let's color cut these people to make them, you will be red. Okay, red or nothing? Well, left or right?
I guess I'll pick red.
Okay. That is...
Red for fire.
Yes. A bolt of fire emanates from your hand and smacks against this rock. Oh.
Is it rock? I thought
Oh,
you
no,
said
against this creature.
if it's rock, I would have switched to shatter.
Yeah, no. It is a creature.
Okay.
It shedded its petrified form. Against... Yeah. Oh, snap. Okay. We'll just...
What happened?
This is interesting.
Did they win or did they lose?
You let loose your bolt of fire, and it smacks into this thing and fizzles out against its feathery skin, not doing as much as you thought it would do.
Okay. Interesting. Did it do damage?
It did.
Or
It did.
Okay.
It seems to have left a burn mark, and it cringes.
Okay, so maybe not fire next time.
All right. You still got
Okay.
your bonus action and your movement if you like.
I'm going to give. Let's see. Ismark hasn't used his inspiration, has he?
He hasn't. Can you add inspiration to damage? What kind of? No. You're lore. So no. Yeah, he hasn't.
Okay, so he hasn't used his.
Yeah.
I'll give another inspiration to Casimir.
Okay. Kaz has got inspiration. All right. Next up in the turn order, unless you want to move, you can fly. So.
I'm not gonna. I mean, there's no point. No.
There's no point? Okay. Next up is the red. Okay.
Unless it breathes fire, then we'll shoot, I guess.
So. All right. 15 feet. Yeah, this rock lets out a screech And everyone
And
needs
everyone
to
in the
make
chat.
a Constitution saving throw.
Everyone in chat also needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
And there's a condenser in Streamlabs, they shouldn't have been able to hear that loudness because there's a condenser.
I heard it.
But you would be able to hear it because Discord doesn't have that. All right. All right. And this is a con save.
So Constitution saving throw. A 4. What?
All right. Casimir's got a 15. You got a 4. Do you have any more natural 20s that you want to use? I don't know.
Does anyone want to give me another natural 20? I don't know.
DC.
Everyone's like, nope.
Okay.
We don't care enough.
This creature lets out a shriek, Serena, and it rattles you to the core. And your muscles tense up. And you are stunned.
Oh, dang it.
And that is its turn.
Okay.
All right. And it is the next other rock's turn, who is going to fly here and shake its feathers as a cloud of dust emanates off of this thing's body. And I need you to make me, everyone, to make me another con save.
Good lord. A 6! I'm rolling so bad today. Wow.
Okay. All right. You take 5 points of poison damage. And Casimir also takes 5 points of poison damage. And as you are sitting there stunned, you begin to cough uncontrollably, and you are poisoned.
Oh, great. So that was 5 damage?
Yep, 5 points of poison damage.
Okay. And I am poisoned. Yay!
Yep. And next up, it's Casimir, who is going to... Okay, not fire. What about this? And lets loose a cone of freezing energy. That's con save.
Oh, that's a good roll.
And that is a
Hey.
1, 2, 3. That's a 15. Okay, what's his spell save DC? Okay, and his spell save DC is 14. So one of them saves, one of them does not. Okay. And let's go. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ugh, math. Okay. And so this one will take 9, and this one will take a blast of cold emanates from Casimir's hand. And these creatures furl up their wings and shatter the cold energy. The wings are frozen and the flesh is torn off in several places, but it's not quite as effective as he thought it would be. Oh, damn it. Well, when in doubt, hit it very hard. And Ismark slams against this thing. The red one. And jabs a spear into its side. And twists. And the thing starts squirming as Casimir's holding it in place with his spear. Serena, you are stunned, so you do nothing. And
Yay!
at the start, let me see. At the end of its next turn. So, the red rock is up. And Casimir is stabbing it, so it is going to lay into him with some...
These are rocks?
Well, no. I keep on calling them rocks. They're not rocks. Rocks are way bigger than this. They are gargantuan. Yeah, they are huge. Yeah, no, these are not.
Snack on elephants.
Yeah. These are not rocks. I keep on calling them that. They are not. All right.
Okay.
One with its beak, one with its talons. He's going to attack Ismark. Wait. Why did I beak? Talons. All right. That is a 12 and a 14 to hit him. And neither of those hit him. Ismark holding this creature in place. Like, this creature is trying to bite at his face, and he's just holding him at bay. Every time the creature tries to lean in and bite at his face, he's just pushing him back, and the creature's leaning in further to the spear, and it is wraggling, trying to get itself free. Next up is the other creature, who is going to... Oh, and as this creature's turn ends, you find that you can move again.
Yay!
Which is good. Let's see. It doesn't regain that ability. And this rock is going to lean into Casimir because he just attacked it. Beak and talons. Oof, rolling like garbage. But what's Casimir's armor class?
We are rolling so bad today, man.
This is the creature trying to attack you. So, creature claws at Casimir and dodges to the side, and there's another claw loops back around, clawing, and Casimir is on the edge of a cliff. Holds his ground, but almost fell over. And with that, it's Casimir's turn.
Wait, can he not fly?
He cannot, apparently.
Oh, he casted it on me and Ismark, but not himself. Oh, okay.
Alright. Maybe this. As for... let's see. Yep, it's...
Magic missile.
Yep, 3 darts. Lay into this rock in front of him, dealing 13 points. Force down to 3. Just swatting away at these darts. Bits of its flesh are now indented from these bolts of energy. These seem to have done the trick. And next up is Ismark, who is going to attack another one with a natural 20.
Hey!
And lay into this thing. 8, 3, with a 25 points of damage. 6, 8, 9. Pushing the spear clean through this creature. It is writhing, and he has skewered it, and it is still alive, and it is in pain, and it is bleeding profusely, but it is looking pretty rough. Serena, you're up.
All right, I'm back. Okay. So the only other damaging spells I could use is Thorn Whip and Shatter. Fireball, I'm going to save Fireball. So, you know what? I'm going to try another Shatter, and I should be able to hit both of them with it.
Okay, yep. Go ahead
So
and...
let's go.
Let's go, and let's have them make some more con saves. Vrock. Con. 16 and 23, those both save, unfortunately.
Oh, man. I rolled 20, too.
Yep, so that's 10 points of thunder damage.
I mean, it's still 20 damage overall, so...
Yeah. 10 points of thunder damage to each of them.
Nope, natural 20 in the chat. Get him. Yay,
Yeah.
okay.
These rocks shudder, and their ears start bleeding profusely. But they both cover their ears and try to block out, and it does a little less than you thought it would, but it seems fairly effective. All right, you still have your bonus action and your movement if you'd like.
Well, if I move, it's gonna get an opportunity. So, let's see. Is Casimir hurt?
Casimir is not hurt. He dodged both the attacks.
Okay, so he's fine. And Ismark, is he hurt?
No. He also has not been touched.
Okay, great. Well, that's great.
Yep.
And they both have inspiration still. Well, then I'm good. I'm gonna just sit there for another 6 seconds and wait for my turn.
All right, it's the red one's turn. And let's see. What do you got? What do you got? 15 feet. Yep. The red one flies around, and his feathers start to plume up as spores begin to shoot outward. I need everyone to make me a con save again.
Did it fly past Ismark?
It maintained within striking distance.
Okay.
Actually, point of he's up in the air. So actually it can't do that. So actually just Ismark is going to need to make a con save. Because you are 20 feet, Ismark is 20 feet up in the air, so it could not fly down there. Good point, me. But it is going to make a con save, and Ismark fails.
I roll a natural one.
Yeah, no. It doesn't hit you.
You know what?
You're good.
It doesn't hit me.
Yeah.
Okay. I got that natural one out of the way at least.
All right. Ismark takes 5 points of poison damage, and he begins coughing profusely, and he's poisoned. And the other one lets out a huff. And screeches, and I need everyone to make me a con save.
All right. Hey, Falcon Wolf, thank you for the sub. Woo! Okay, so I make another con save.
Everyone makes a con save for this one.
A 9. I'm rolling so bad. I am going to use a natural 20. I am not skipping another turn.
Okay, you use a natural 20, and Ismark makes a con save, and that is an 18 because he's a beast. And now he goes for this one, and Casimir is stunned in place, shaking. And, yeah. That's it. Great. Next up is Casimir, who is going to let out some more of these handy-dandy magic missiles. 1, 2, 3.
Magic whistles.
Magic whistles, dealing 8 to this creature. Ismark attacks with another spear attack, and is going to use your inspiration. And his spear is embedded in this creature, and he tries to move it and tear, but the creature is holding firm, and he can't deal any more damage. Serena, you're up.
All right.
Oh, no, Casimir was stunned. Right. So minus that damage back, because Casimir was stunned. Scratch that.
Rip.
Oh, but Serena, you're still up.
All right. Well, the thing is, I need to start being careful with how many spells I use, because I haven't even entered the temple yet. So I am, let's see. I don't want to use Thorn Whip because I don't need it to pull it towards me. I am just going to use my rapier then.
All right. You fly up to this thing and use your rapier.
All right. 18. Now I roll okay.
Okay. 3 points.
3
of piercing damage.
Yes, perfect.
Your rapier gets like half an inch through this thing's skin, and a little trickle of blood starts to come out. This thing is dealing a lot less damage than you thought it would. With a 3 damage roll.
Nice.
All right. Next up is the Red Rock, who is going to Lay into Ismark. And both of those attacks hit. Dealing 21 points of damage to Ismark.
Yeah.
That's some handy dandy damage.
Falcon Wolf, thank you for all the bits, by the way.
Yeah. The Ismark is now being held by this creature in its beak, who is just tearing, and a bit of Ismark's shoulder comes off. And the red glow fades around Ismark.
Oh no!
And next up is this other creature, who is going to lay into you, actually, because you just stabbed it. That is a 20 and a 12. So you take 10 points of piercing damage as this thing reaches down and takes a big chunk out of your armor and tears the piece of leather. And you're horrified. Your friend gave you this armor.
I know.
But hey, it did its job apparently.
It did its job.
Okay, yeah, and I'm gonna.
Do I lose AC or do it?
No. This is just flavor, and yeah, I'm gonna take a minute to. Normally I wait till the very end, but this was. Thank you, Falcon. Seriously, thank you. Like, thank you so much. It's really appreciated. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the bits.
Yeah. All right, I'll get more into that at the end of the session, but okay. Next up is Casimir, who is going to magic missile them.
More magic whistles.
More magic whistles. And that is 9 to this creature. This creature is writhing. They're both looking fairly rough now. As Ismark gets another attack with his spear, and just can't quite make another attack. He realizes the downside of skewering a gigantic creature now.
Did
Serena,
he
you're
use
up.
his inspiration already?
Yeah, he did.
I need to give him another one because he
Alright.
needs help. All right. Who's looking bad on our team?
Casimir is looking the most hurt, but he's still looking okay. He's looking
Okay, so-
he's looking bloody, like there's half of his shoulder is missing. But he is he's looking all right.
Okay, so he's fine. He'll live.
Not a mortal wound, but he is bleeding pretty good.
He'll live. Okay. Okay, so rapier is probably not best for these things either. Dang, I do not have enough stuff to fight with.
It's almost as if you're a bard.
It's almost like I'm a bard. I'm looking at Thorn Whip. It's piercing damage too. Dang. I don't have any bludgeon or anything like that. Magic. You know what? Forget it. I'm using another shatter.
Okay. It's 2 more con saves from these creatures. Alright. Dun, dun. They both save. So that is 7 points of thunder damage to both of them. Alright. One. And okay, how much health? Alright. The red rock. His ears start bleeding profusely. And it plummets downward, taking Ismark with it. And stumbles across the stone and slides in a mixture of its ice and blood. And Ismark lets out a scream as he's tugging the spear from its body. The body slides down the mountainside, taking Ismark with it.
And Serena's gonna scream, like, Ismark! And she's going to actually give him an inspiration die because he needs it.
Yeah, and Ismark goes down the cliff. Oh, what the heck is happening? Okay. Dang, my thing is freaking out.
Uh-oh.
Okay, come on. Come on. Work, dang you.
Ismark, come back to us!
Yeah, Ismark shoots down the cliff.
Ismark! No!
Okay, Ismark shoots down the cliff, holding onto the spear for dear life. Oh my... Why is it doing this? Okay, I'm just gonna refresh the page. Oh yeah, it is freaking the heck out.
This is what happens when we play D&D longer than we should.
Yeah.
Roll
But anyway,
20 is like...
But Ismark
out.
is drawn down the cliffside and slides down, tumbling down the cliff. And you hear the sound of the body thudding against the cliffside as Ismark disappears into the mist below, out of sight.
And Serena screams Ismark as he's going down, and she would go straight after him, but there's this creature literally right in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And next up is the other creature's turn, who is going to lay into Casimir because he is the one that attacked him last. One of those hits. "21 points of slashing damage to Casimir. There's the roll that we've been looking for. Casimir needs to make a concentration check on the spell.
Did Casimir use his inspiration?
He did not. So that's,
And he also has guidance too.
that's gonna help. Okay, that's 15. Is he still alive? That's a lot of damage. 21 points of slashing. And he has... Okay. No, he's still out.
Okay, the chat has given us a natural 20 and a +2.
So Casimir is going to make a con save. And that does not make it, but he is going to use your inspiration. And he does make it. With that inspiration,
Yay!
he grits
Don't die!
he grits his teeth as this thing slashes across his body and a spire of crimson jettisons out from his chest. And he grits his teeth, and you begin to feel your fly spell begin to wane, and then it immediately picks back up. And it is Casimir's turn.
Serena, I need to help Ismark.
And he bamps out of existence and reappears over here. And that's all he's gonna do.
So
And
he teleported?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Dimension door or something?
He misty stepped.
Okay.
And Ismark continues to scream as the echoes begin to disappear and go farther and farther away in the mist below.
All right. We need to kill this thing. Ah! Okay.
It's your turn.
Shoot. I have like nothing to attack with. This sucks. And I'm out of level 2 spell slots too. I could go into level 3 spell slot, but like I feel like we're gonna have to do a rest after this anyway. Shatter. Fireball, dispel magic, counterspell. Ugh.
What are you doing?
Shoot. I think I'll have to use Shatter at level 3.
Okay. Needs to make a con save.
I really hate this, but okay. Shatter at level 3.
That is a failure. So what's the damage?
So it looks like 17 plus 8.
Okay, I think it's 20, 24.
25? Wait.
And yeah. Okay, how does Serena end this creature?
So she is, you know, panicked for Ismark, and she, you know, realizes just how quickly she's burning her energy using these spells, but right now she doesn't care. So all she cares about is like, we need to go save Ismark right now. So she decides to you know, cast her shatter spell even stronger than before, and she, you know, use her violin and plays literally the highest freaking note that is humanly possible, literally causes shatter, like glass to shatter high enough, and she just amplifies it and just rips that note. And
again, the creature holds its head, and its head begins to vibrate at an intense frequency as its skin begins to tear away from the intense vibration of the sound. And it claws at itself, streams of blood flowing down on the ground. And it starts bashing its head into the stone next to it, trying to make the sound stop, and you keep on putting down the pressure on your bow. Until eventually just a spurt of blood shoots out from both of its ears. And it falls down to the ground. Dead.
And she's gonna immediately fly to where Ismark flew.
All right. You dash downward. Into the mists. For all intents and purposes, you're out of combat. Wind. Bull is going past your ears at an incredible rate. You can move very quickly in this form. Bolting down this path, you see at the bottom of a massive cliffside is Mark. Unconscious. Underneath the body of this rock. Clutching the spear that apparently he had got loose. Not moving.
And Serena lands on the ground, runs to him, panicked, and she tries to look over him to see if he's awake, and she sees that he's unconscious and freaks out, and immediately she casts Thorn Whip to drag the creature off of Ismark.
Okay. Thorn Whip, go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Athletics? 7.
Is there an effective Thorn Whip that I'm unaware of? Or does it just wrap around it?
It wraps around it and pulls it 10 feet.
And pulls it 10 feet. Okay, it says that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I care.
Does
I
it have
care.
does it have a size limit? Does it say medium?
Yes, it says large.
Okay. You wrap the creature around, and the whip does the heavy lifting, and the body goes flying, splattering further onto the snow beneath it, revealing a very bloodied and mangled Ismark.
And she's like freaking out, and she kneels next to him, immediately starts trying to use healing magic, like, oh, Ismark, come on, get up. And she's gonna start casting cure wounds and all of the good things.
Go ahead and roll your things.
There's, you know what, I'll cast 2. There.
14.
Ismark, come on, wake up.
The healing energy emanates from your violin, flows into Ismark's body as bones begin to snap back in place. Protrusions that were jettisoning out from his skin begin to push off, and open wounds, open fractures begin to sink back into his body and snap back into place. And he's just motioning to his mangled and broken body that is beneath him. And he just loses consciousness again. He has hit points, but from the trauma just instantly goes back under.
Oh. And she looks up to where she flew from. How far down have
Dash,
they gone?
I'll say it's probably been a few rounds, so probably like 1,000 feet.
Whoa, okay. Can she still feel that she can still fly? She better.
Yeah, you can fly.
Okay, good, because this would be a real bad cliffhanger right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a miracle that he was recoverable. He looked like he was on the brink. But that spear continues to glow that pulsating red as blood from this creature is going from a trail to the spear.
And she looks at the spear. She's still very much freaked out by it, but
Red glow starts to come back to him. And he starts shivering a little less.
let's just get you back. And he's still unconscious,
Yeah,
right?
from all the pain.
All right. Well, the thing is, she could try to fly and carry him up, but like, that's going to be a real struggle for her to do that. I don't know how weight works with flight, but
I'll say you can carry him, no problem. Getting him on your
Okay.
shoulders is the hard part, but there's no lift. The magic does the heavy lifting.
okay, so then it's not too bad,
Yep.
you know, because she's normally she wouldn't be able to carry anybody very well. Okay, so she tries to get him on her back, and she's tempted to leave the spear behind, honestly, but seeing as the spear might have saved his life, she decides, I'll let him keep it for now. And she gets him on her back, and then she flies back up to where Casimir is.
You fly back up. Casimir is looking down, and you spear through the mist and fly up. And this is liberating. It's at this moment where you shoot up with Ismark on your shoulders. Just for a brief moment, it crosses you how you're flying right now. And it's quite a unique feeling that if the situation weren't so dire, probably you'd be enjoying yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And land down. Casimir looks at Ismark's mangled body. Oh, God! He's bleeding. He's breathing. He's okay.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'll continue to help him. We should probably at least get some shelter inside.
Right, let's go to the guard tower.
And he motions the horses, who were significantly far back, I'll say, in this case. You spent some time, like you had gone probably roughly 50 feet to approach this gate. The horses were spooked at all this, but couldn't run. And are okay. Very spooked. Casimir needs to calm them down. And you carry the unconscious body of Ismark through to the tower. Right to your right. Ahem. A cold hearth stands across from the door, the wind howling down its chimney. A stone staircase is on the south wall, and 3 windows look out into a foggy sea. Casimir takes the horses inside as well, leaving the cart.
We're like here?
You are
Here?
inside the guard tower. Yep.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, you are inside. You've stepped on the interior, and again, it is very cozy.
Mm-hmm.
Ismark wanes, his eyes open, and look up at you.
Ismark,
Look up at
are
you.
you okay? Here. And she's going to continue using healing magic for him. Let's actually, I'll give him let's see. How about 3 points in lay on hands?
Okay.
So she
More
puts
of
her
it-
arms on
more
his like
of his deformed bones that are cracked in dozens of places begin to snap back into place.
I know it hurts, but trust me, it has to be done like this. You'll be okay.
His waned breathing gives way a little bit. Looks up at you. Over at Casimir. Thanks.
Of course.
And he lays back on the stone and loses consciousness again.
We'll probably have to take some time to recuperate.
Alright, so we are just resting here?
I suppose so. At least we're out of the cold.
At least.
And as you look outside, the pillar of flame rises again on the green ash.
Right. Well, we lived.
And as you take a moment to lick your wounds, everyone's still alive and well.
And we're in the Ember Temple.
Oh, this is not the Ember Temple.
Huh?
This is merely a single stop along the way. This is a bridge that leads across the mountains. It should lead us to a cross-country path where the Ember Temple is. Our journey has only just begun.
Oh, great.
And as you look down upon Ismark's bloodied and beaten body, that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Yay!
All right. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
We didn't die.
Woo! Okay, time to do the thing where I get all sappy for a sec.
Oh no. Oh no. Everyone, you might as well leave now.
Falcon Wolf. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously. I cannot express enough how cool that is, and just it's just thanks. Seriously, thank you. It's it's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone that's, been supporting the channel. Whether if it's, through subs and bits and stuff like that, or whether, you're just here in the chat and in the audience watching our show, because we love that you guys, find our channel and its content interesting enough for you guys to check out and spend your time to see. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far, just watching the channel grow. And we're very grateful for you guys, so thank you so much for all of your support, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, and for everyone that's just been hanging out, throwing shade or not shade, and
Thirsting
and thirsting, all the chat interaction. Thank you so much. This was great. So thank you everyone, for just watching, and it's amazing. And of course, thank you to my wonderful player, Nola, Nova Light Sky, for continuing to be an amazing player and partner in all of this. It is it's
We need to thank our DM that spends a ridiculous amount of time setting up all of the campaigns for both, not just this, but Omiri and Fortunes and Fables, and everything else with Roll Call too. So
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And that was something. And we spent a lot of time RPing in the beginning, but that was still cool. A lot of neat things happened, some moments, and that's what happens. And like I said, the time just flew by because we're just both so into it, and we're like, let's go, let's just do this. And claps for everyone.
Claps for everyone.
Yeah, ton of fun. We will continue where we left off in 2 weeks from now. We will be going back to Omiri next week, or the usual rotating show schedules. And thank you everyone who is watching this in the future, who has been stopping by, and so many thank yous. Yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight. Tonight was really cool.
And wherever you're watching, whether you're watching this on eventual YouTube, or if you're currently in the chat right now, join our Discord.
Yeah.
Okay. We have Twitch channel, we have Discord, links somewhere where you can find them.
Yeah, it's down below.
Depending on the medium.
In our thing. Yeah, join our Discord, subscribe to our YouTube, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. And You're fucking awesome. That's just it just perfectly encompasses everything. You're all fucking awesome. Thank you so much. You're always welcome to hang out with us anytime that we're, and you know, yeah, I look forward to seeing you again really, really soon. So thank you so much, and have a good night, and just thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.